ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my God, we're back.
We are back. We're back, baby. This is the Info Arcade podcast, and it's no longer the year 2017. This is January 2018, and it's been a while.
It has.
Last time we recorded this, it was in July. That's the last time we posted.
Well,
Yay.
That's not exactly true. We recorded last week,
So,
but
Yay, computer issues.
yeah, so just to kind of clarify where we have been, it's not that we have not existed, it's that our computer system that we record on has not existed. And while we thought we had completely fixed the issue, we actually just made it worse. And we recorded a podcast segment last week,
yeah.
and that is now gone.
Actually, let's clarify, because we posted on Facebook about this. We did have a computer issue initially, and then we got it fixed. Jaden got a new laptop, and so we used that, and then it broke again. And so now we're re-recording. So this is the third computer we're using.
Yeah, generally when a computer fails to find its own startup disk, that's kind of a bad sign.
We don't like to talk about that, Nate.
I mean, it's your fault.
I know. All right, so where were we? Oh, that's right. The rest of 2017. We were around, but we weren't here to tell you our opinions on the matter. So, we'll just sum it up for you. We were really happy about the remainder of 2017 outside of a couple things involving loot boxes, involving some delays on some popular titles that we were looking forward to. The ever-growing anticipation for Metroid is still antagonizing us. For the love of God.
Me.
And
you
me.
do not know.
It's true. I'm not as big of a Metroid fanboy as Nate.
You don't know.
He's been having nightmares about it since.
I want it.
He does want it.
I want it.
He wants it really bad. But overall, we didn't miss too much. We've still been in the loop on the video game industry, but we actually have had some changes here. In fact, we've actually decided to kind of change up a little bit of how we do things on the channel, and we wanted to talk to you guys about our direction and where we're going with it, and we think you'll like it.
Yeah, we made a few changes since the last time you listened to us. Starting with segments, which we'll get into. The first one here, right about...
Wait! We have to go over patch notes.
No, that is a segment, though. That's
Oh.
what I meant.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So every single week, you guys are going to hear a segment called Patch Notes. And most of the time when you see patch notes online involving a game, it's quick housekeeping, what we're doing to fine-tune and make things a little bit better for your enjoyment. And that's exactly what we want to do here for you.
But sometimes, they add dolphins and the ability to mount them, and then they add underwater temples, which you can go down. They have their own blocks that you can carve up and stuff like that. So this is one of those.
Yeah, and it's all free
This is
DLC.
1.13.
There is no payment whatsoever.
Wow, free?
Free?
Yeah, you just got to buy these loot boxes, $9.99.
That's
Yep.
Is it
great.
purely cosmetic?
No.
Oh, man,
It
that's
is
bad.
fully integrated into the progression system.
That sounds like that'll give me a sense of pride and accomplishment.
Yeah. Anyway, no, so...
Yay. I don't care what Jaden says. That was the lowest blow I've ever seen in my life.
It was
God.
It was an adventure. So that was the rest of 2017. Again, back to patch notes. We have a couple of really cool things that we're wanting to do. First off, we want to be more regular. And no, we're not talking about pooping. No, we're talking about the channel specifically.
Man, I gotta censor that.
What does regular have to do with pooping?
Well, Blake, ask your mother. Anyway, so what we're talking about
Is this how
is...
Babby is formed?
Huh?
It's Babby Farm.
This is the patch notes, by the way. We're learning. We're doing new things.
And if you decide that you want to give us input on the patch notes and kind of where we should take this whole thing, feel free to leave a comment below or send us a DM over on Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook.
Holy crap, we have an Instagram?
Yeah, we do.
We have a Twitter?
Yeah, we do.
Man.
All of those links are posted in the description below.
Oh, wow.
So we'll make sure you guys have
Oh,
those.
they sure are down there.
Hey, make sure you guys talk to us there.
Look at that. Look at those links.
Yeah, look at those. Look at those.
You see that-
You got a green link and a purple link and a blue link.
It's
This
almost
isn't Four
like...
Swords.
Oh. I was about to make that reference.
Man, I beat you to it.
I know. Anyway, so with this, we actually have a lot more communication going on. If you guys want to see a patch happen to the show, feel free to let us know. Hey, this would be really cool to see. Give us your ideas and feedback, and we may just apply it to our future patch notes.
Yeah, please. If you hate something or if you hate us, please tell us, and we'll change. Maybe.
Guaranteed responses.
We need the views.
Yeah. So,
Oh God, we're desperate. Not yet.
where we're basically at right now is we actually want to be, like I said, more regular and have a consistent upload schedule. So here is what we have planned for coming up later in February, early March.
Are we actually producing content? That's a pretty big patch.
Yeah, we're actually producing content. I know we've been saying this for a while, but the dev team is actually doing something. We're going to be able to produce a lot more professional and a lot more fun content for you. We want this show to not just be information. We actually want it to be fun. We want it to be something that you guys can look forward to and enjoy every single month. And that's why we're introducing repetitive segments that we will touch on here and there. They won't be every month, but there will be times where we will have a reoccurring segment come back up. For example, we're actually about to dive into 1-ups and blue shells, which is basically us giving kudos to some things out there and then us giving big middle fingers to other things. And so...
Big, meaty fingers.
Say that again one more time.
Big, meaty fingers.
Perfect. I like it. Anyway, so again, we're either giving double birds or we're giving kudos to these things. That's going to be in our next segment called 1-Up and Blue Shell. So if you want to skip straight to that, then that's fine, but you're missing a lot of important announcements.
Yeah, before we move on, I just want to go over, because we're talking about how we want to do this more. We also want to make sure that the schedule is pretty clear. We record these podcasts, generally speaking, we try to record them on the third Thursday of every month, so you should see it uploaded by the fourth Friday of every month.
Yeah,
I'd say that's what we're aiming for on that.
This is the exception. It's going to start on this consistency with the schedule at the end of February.
Issues pending, obviously.
Yeah.
C is so consistent.
Consistent.
Yeah. Yeah, issues pending. That's the plan. And then, did we talk about our other content that we're doing?
So we also have some really fun Let's Plays coming together.
Yeah, we're excited about that.
We actually recorded one on the other computer that just died that we have to redo, and it was really fun. We played Donkey Kong Country.
Yeah, man,
yeah, it was fun.
How's it feel to lose everything? Does it hurt? Does it burn?
It does hurt.
You remember the part where Darth Vader's testicles got cut off?
Okay.
It feels a lot like that.
I remember that version.
And then I catch on fire.
Man, Lucas just ruined that version when he re-released it on DVD.
Yeah.
He's just mad because I got more points
The
than
special
he did.
edition just... All right, so...
But yeah, we'll probably start seeing uploads for Let's Plays starting in March. We're not going to be able to make the schedule one we had for...
Our goal is to kind of
Our
power
first
through a
Let's Play,
couple different games every single month. Mondays and Wednesdays may be like the same game until the game is done, but every Friday we want to do one-off games so you guys can see a variety of content. Maybe we'll do some versus events, but we will keep you posted on what's coming up next every single segment that we do. So if you guys go watch one of those Let's Play segments, we'll let you know what's coming in the next episode. Another thing that we are doing is a giveaway. Yeah.
Exciting.
Yeah.
Probably.
So here's the idea.
How do we do the giveaway?
That is a great question, Blake. So basically, if you want to know what we're giving away this month, at the very end of this podcast, we're going to be telling you, and we're going to tell you how to enter and win. But basically...
Wait, I have to wait until the end?
Yeah, you have to wait till the end. But it's okay. If you want to skip straight to that, you can. But you're missing out on a lot of fun stuff.
Why would you encourage anyone to go straight to the end of the video?
Because cheaters never win, Nate. Cheaters never win.
That doesn't. That
answer.
No, I won't. That's a terrible answer.
All right.
Anyway,
so
should we
moving
actually continue to our first segment?
We're going into our first segment. This is 1-Ups and Blue Shells. Cue the intro video. Probably doing something like 1-Ups and Blue Shells. So first, we're going to start off with the good things. This is 1-Up. We're giving all kudos and all props to the things that deserve it.
The way 1UPs works is we just everybody has a subject and they just want to talk about what's been good this month, what they're happy about, what they're thankful for,
And we're going to
In
give
video
1UPs to those
games.
things. So,
Man,
start off, Nate.
I'm gonna go first, man. Monster Hunter. Monster Hunter is actually out. I am in a moment of both disappointment and happiness. I'm sitting in a room with all my friends having a good time, but I'm really irritated because GameStop decided to release Monster Hunter at 9 p.m. for some reason.
Yeah, it launched about an hour and a half ago as of now.
Yep.
Yeah, like what happened to midnight releases? I mean, it doesn't change the fact that the game is amazing, and just playing the beta alone was like hours of fun for me.
Right.
And from what I've heard from people who've completed it, like I've avoided spoilers completely and totally. But like, no, there were people who got review copies of the game weeks before it came out. Like Gaijin Hunter, if you like Monster Hunter and you want like some news or info or tips about anything, I will gladly plug Gaijin Hunter. He's amazing.
Pro Jared has a review out as of today also.
Yeah, but from what I can tell from all the spoiler-free stuff I've looked at, everyone loves it. It's the most accessible, the most well put together Monster Hunter basically ever, and I can't wait to pick up my copy. I'm super happy about it.
You presume you haven't played it yet, right?
I said apparently, according to the people.
What if we go and we play it and it's just garbage?
I mean, then that would make a lot of people liars.
Then on the next episode, are we giving a blue shell to Capcom?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
that's gonna go
Fair enough.
straight to Capcom.
So handshake on it right now. If the game turns out to be garbage, we're giving a blue shell to Capcom.
You have to pay money in order
Done.
to
It is
carve
sealed
monsters.
in blood, sweat, and handshake.
You pay money for each individual carve.
Oh, also just
Pay $9.99 for each carve.
quick reminder, because some people haven't heard about this, there is going to be like a special Horizon Zero Dawn themed mission available, I believe, temporarily for people who get the game early. So pick it up while you can.
Exclusively on PS4?
Yes.
Because Horizon Zero Dawn is exclusively this isn't the first time they've done that.
All right, so
you can make your little cat into a watcher. It's cute. I like it. It's really cute.
It's adorable.
Anyway, moving on. Who's next?
So I am most excited about Monster Hunter just because we get to play with each other. It'd be fun.
When I actually get an Xbox.
Yeah, it'd be a lot of fun.
If I get an Xbox.
Hey, Jaden, you should actually go next on the thing.
Okay, well, despite popular opinion,
Hi, Jaden.
hi. Despite popular opinion, I would like to give my one up to EA because they have managed to turn a very messy situation with the loot boxes and with all of the controversy centered around Star Wars Battlefront 2's progression system. Before the game even launched, they announced a patch to remove all loot boxes from the game, to remove all, remove loot boxes from the progression system and start working toward a new progression system, which they just announced today, actually, that they have a patch on the way to revamp their progression system. And this comes around the same time as news that despite all the initial controversy and losing $3 billion in overall stock, they have actually recovered all of that and they're now at an all-time high as a company. So EA, I'm going to give you a one-up because literally you guys were dying and you got an extra life. You get another chance. And so I'm giving you some kudos. One up to EA.
It's still a terrible company.
I want to clarify, me and Nate don't necessarily agree with that, but
Yeah, it is my own personal opinion and several other Star Wars fans' opinion. But yeah, that's why this is called one-up. I get to choose who I give my one-up to.
Doesn't mean you're right.
It's true. Doesn't mean I'm right, but hey.
And then for mine, I'm just happy for the year 2017. Year 2017, a lot of people didn't like for whatever reason. I'm not entirely clear on that. I thought it was a really good year because I paid almost exclusively my attention to video
Where
games,
was Mother
which
3?
was fantastic. This year we had Nier Automata, we had Legend of Zelda, we had Horizon Zero Dawn, the Mario Supers, and Cuphead finally came out. And it's just been overall a fantastic, absurdly good year for video games. Probably, I mean, some people would say the best since 2013. I would probably go as far as say the best since 2007. You can write me down on that. I think this was a better gaming year than 2013 was.
Ooh, wow.
Yeah. So, it's really been fantastic, especially looking at what 2016 offered. I hope 2018's as good or better, but we'll see here in the coming months.
I will say I really can't argue with that at all. 2017's been an awesome year for games.
Yep, I think so too. And in fact, later on in our party chat segment, we're actually going to be having a more open discussion, and we're going to get into the 2017 Game Awards and kind of give our opinion on what we thought was well deserved at the Game Awards. So we'll dive into that some more.
But now we have to talk about one more thing, one other one up we're giving. We're giving Nintendo a one up, just for being Nintendo. I mean, come on, they made cardboard profitable.
They did.
What the heck?
So Nintendo announces Labo, and it looks like a very innovative and creative way to engage younger gamers to the Nintendo platform in a very new and unique way. And a lot of people actually are kind of on the fence to kind of see where this goes. But me personally, and I think all of us, the reason why we gave a 1-up to Nintendo is because we are very excited about Nintendo Labo. And we think it's a very unique, very cool thing. And we're very excited to see it launch on 420.
It's very Nintendo.
It is very Nintendo. And very expensive for cardboard. But hey, that's besides the point.
I actually don't think it's that expensive for cardboard. As far as it goes, it's half of that price is going towards the software that comes with it.
True.
And the cardboard by itself, well, first of all, it's not even half the price of what the software is going to be. We already know that Nintendo inflates their software prices as it is because the way the system works. Well, no, Nintendo does. They're inflated more than the. If you buy something, if you compare prices between something that's on a PC or another console to a Nintendo, Nintendo's going to be usually $5 to $10 more. That's just a fact.
Not necessarily true, but I think that I know what you're talking about.
But we give Labo.
The cardboard itself isn't actually all that expensive. It's about normal price for what you'd expect for cardboard. And the fun thing about this, they are going to sell the cardboard individually, and they're going to sell for repairs and things. But they encourage you to repair it yourself. They tell you could just use your own cardboard and cut out shapes and stuff. It's fine. That's fun. This is such a cool.
It almost
thing.
incorporates our childhood, that imagination, that dreamer inside of all of us as kids. It almost gives us that same incentive by bringing back something so simple and fragile like cardboard and putting it into a software like this.
Like it's kind of preying on that ideal of like you get a kid like $150 gift and they'll play in the box. Just give them the box.
And that's what Nintendo's doing. They're like, what if we gave them the box?
It's a good idea.
Sold them the box.
That's a good idea. And coming up in the next segment is Blue Shells.
AKA Jaden complaining about stuff.
Yeah, we basically have some Blue Shells. They're just big FUs.
No,
and if you want to know what our big Blue Shells are going to, stick with us. We'll be right back after this break.
They're actually controlled by the Taco Bell Bellspiracy. I don't know if you've heard about this. Their new video trailer that they put out. It's pretty. It's definitely something that it directly links to video game. If you watch the video, you cut it 4 minutes 33 seconds in the video. You can see right there. There is a EA logo in the back. Hey.
No. But EA is being piloted by people in weasel suits. People need to know this.
Yeah, by the Taco Bell weasels.
If you guys want to know more, you can check out our conspiracy podcast.
Conspiracy
podcast.
On the dark web.
Conspiracy-cade? On the dark web.
Don't joke about that. I could actually do that if you wanted to.
Oh, dang.
Let's not do that.
Yeah, please.
All right. Well, we promised you big FUs with Blue Shells. Here's our double bird Blue Shells right here, right now.
Two birds in a bush.
We ended with giving props to Nintendo, but I just got to throw a Blue Shell at Nintendo. Where the living God, where the F is our virtual console? For the love of God, where's our virtual console?
Just be like, hey, where's the virtual console?
Hey, where's the virtual console? I want to play games that I played as in my childhood.
No, exactly. That's fine. You don't. I
want nostalgia.
You don't have to be Shatner about it. Nintendo. Nintendo, where is my goddamn
You put too many pauses.
virtual console?
You're a robot.
I'm the Slim Shady. No, you're the Slim Shady.
No, it's about staggered spaces. It's not. I'm the Slim Shady. You are the Slim Shady. Will the real Slim Shady please stand up? That's how you William Shatner.
God dang it, you do a better Shatner than me.
See, and then, but no, seriously. So, Virtual Console. I don't own a Switch, but I've been playing my roommate's Switch, so therefore I am qualified to talk about the Switch in detail.
You're still talking in Shatner voice.
Well, no,
You're still shatning all over the place.
Whoops. I'll clean that up later. And so anyway, no, it's fine. It's fine. It's a Rocket Man. It's hurling out in the speed of space.
Rocket Man.
So okay.
Sorry.
Burning out his fuse out there alone.
All right.
But
But for real, we're angry. We are so mad right now.
I'm not angry.
We are angry.
I'm not angry.
I am
Well, you're
slightly
angry,
upset.
but I'm disappointed because we really should.
I'm not mad, Nintendo. I'm
just
just disappointed.
Honestly, I feel like I'm the only one here who's so indifferent about. Like, I understand the business prospect. They don't want to release the Virtual Console immediately because they want to push their newer products, which is fine.
No,
I get it.
they don't want to release Virtual Console because they want to sell you a gimmicky box for $80 that will be scalped at high prices because they're not going to make very many of them, and they're only going to put 20 mother freaking games on the system.
And you still bought it.
Yeah, you have. You mean the gimmick box that you have right there, and the other one that you have in the living room?
I had mine modded, so it actually
and
has
the third one you have in
the
a box over
entire
there?
library of SNES games.
To mod the thing you paid $80 for.
Worth it. But it's better than paying what were the NES classics going for? Like freaking $160, $300 at times.
Yeah, man,
$400.
I wasn't paying attention to it even a little bit. What about you, Nate?
I am a member of the scalper market.
So
I am that guy who sells amiibos for 3 times their price, or used to before that.
You can send your hate mail to P.O. Box
monster.
38666.
So I understand.
Hey, give them your
Edmond,
email.
Oklahoma.
1982 Blake _ at what is it? Is it Yahoo?
Gmail.
Nobody knows how to spell my last name. I don't put it on my social media.
SK.
No. Oh God, don't.
All right. So, for real though, we just want to know. I mean, okay, don't say that or give us false hope that makes us think Virtual Console's in the way. If it's not, at this point, Nintendo, just tell me, are you guys bringing Virtual Console to the Switch or not? Because they straight up said that they're going to put it in their online service, which is supposed to launch this year, and yet here it is. It's this year, and we haven't heard anything even about it.
Well, they haven't launched their online service. I bet we'll hear about. Maybe we'll hear about it at E3. I think that seems likely enough.
They were supposed to start charging for the online service, like now, right?
I knew that they were supposed to start charging for it this year, but
I could see it also getting pushed to like the anniversary of the Switch.
I'm okay I'm okay with it being pushed back. That's fine. I appreciate the free online. It won't be free forever, but you gotta enjoy it while it's there.
Of interconnectivity, I enjoy the free interwebs.
And then Pokemon fans are gonna have to pay $35 a year. Man, they're getting wrecked.
$5 extra for Pokemon Bank is what he's assuming.
Oh yeah.
He's just making this up.
Right.
And you heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. Pokemon Bank, $5 a year. Continuing on Nintendo
Such an
Switch.
infinitesimal cost that will drive you absolutely mad.
Wait. Hey, Blake, bad news. You forgot to pay $5. You lost everything.
Oh no.
If that's how it was, I would be really upset.
Can you imagine?
No.
That's what Amazon
Also-
Web Services
also,
does
Blake,
on the cloud.
you're incorrect. 25, not 35.
Do what?
It's $20 a
Yeah,
year.
Nintendo. No, not $20 a month. $20 a year.
Oh, right.
Yeah, Nintendo. Like, okay, I don't really. Again, I am very passive on the Virtual Console. I know that it's coming. When it's coming, I don't know. But like, generally speaking, I was looking forward to the new Nintendo online service, but I think that they pushed it back just because they don't have enough things that use it right now. They have Splatoon, Rocket League, Pokken Tournament. They have like 5 really heavy... Oh, ARMS. They have like 5 or 6 other really heavily used online games. You laugh. It's actually still pretty popular.
Yep.
But I understand why they pushed it back. I honestly think that you probably hit the nail on the head, though. I'm guessing it's going to be like E3. They're going to announce that. And if we're lucky, they'll announce the Virtual Console with it.
Yeah, it's possible. But I guess we'll see. But until then, blue shells to you, Nintendo.
Only from Jaden.
Only from me.
Well, I mean, like, I wish they would put out... Look, the Virtual Console is just good for consumers in general. I mean, we get to play... We don't have to rebuy old games. If it's not going to be backwards compatible, they should always do that.
And I think they should just really try to expand Virtual Console to more than just popular titles from those consoles, but really span out to where they can open it up to a majority of that system's library.
I mean, they... You know, actually, wait, I'm trying to remember. Did they do that? I think with the Wii U, it actually had a pretty sizable Virtual Console.
But only for select systems. I'm talking like if they release a GameCube or N64 Virtual Console, I want to be able to play random games like GoldenEye or
and Lost Kingdoms
and Diddy Kong Racing, like, or just give me
Diddy
Unreal
Kong
Engine
Racing.
Diddy Kong Racing. But that's another topic. That's actually a
That's a good place to end it on.
yeah. If you guys want to know more about Unreal Engine Diddy Kong Racing, go look it up. It's a real thing.
It's
okay,
not.
it actually is.
Is it?
It's fan made.
Is it?
Yep. Go
Oh,
look it up.
seriously?
Yep.
Oh, dang.
We'll include a link.
Okay,
below.
move on to the next thing you're going to complain about that me or Blake did not hear about.
Blue shell from, not from us, but from Australian retailer Gameware to Xbox. They are sending a blue shell straight to you, Xbox. In fact, they're saying a big F you and up yours, Xbox. In fact, ever since you announced your ever so convenient, very lovely first-party titles, day one on Game Pass announcement just this week, actually. So what do you guys think about the Xbox One Game Pass announcing that, hey, all first-party titles will be available day one on Game Pass? Do you guys like that? I mean, is it convenient? Is it...
Define Game Pass.
You know what Game Pass is, right?
No, we're not familiar with it. Please
So
describe it
Game
to
Pass
us.
is a service you pay $9.99 a month for, so $10 a month.
Oh, I thought you meant like 100.
No.
Oh, okay.
You pay $10 a month. You get a library of over 100 games. Actually, it's up to like 120 Xbox.
It's the Xbox PlayStation Now.
Yeah, it's their version of it.
Okay.
And it includes throwback titles to OG Xbox, Xbox 360, and Xbox One games. But now, starting this year, will feature every single first-party release day one of that release. So Sea of Thieves is the first one coming up in March, and the day that comes out, you can go to the store and buy the game for $60, or you can just pay $9.99 a month to Game Pass, get a huge library of games, including Sea of Thieves, maintain its ownership as long as you pay the subscription, and you get it day one.
That's
big news.
No, that's really big news. I'm trying to wrap my head around that does make sense that it could be more profitable because for a $10 point, it's the same reason that GameFly is profitable. Well, actually, wait, I'm not sure GameFly is profitable. Theoretically.
It's why PlayStation Now has been profitable.
For a long time.
Yeah, like
It's profitable.
I think they are. I'm actually not sure. But anyway,
They're still operating.
Netflix
Yeah.
is still operating.
Yeah, it's like a lower price to get to a huge library. So instead of like the fewer people that can pay the full price of the game, you enter a lower point and you get more money because a lot more people can afford
you think
it.
about this. They have 3 major titles this year, including Crackdown 2, Sea of Thieves.
3.
Huh?
Crackdown 3.
No,
Oh,
Crackdown
sorry,
3
sorry.
is not out yet, isn't it?
No, it's coming out this year.
Oh, so it's on the list.
Crackdown is on the list of those games that's getting released
Oh, okay.
day one. Like on its day one launch day, it'll be added.
Assuming it gets launched.
Yeah, assuming it makes it to launch. But either way, like if you buy 2 games a year, you think about it, if you pay Game Pass every year or every month for a year, that's $120. Or I can go buy 2 games brand new for $60 each, it's $120. The difference is I have 2 games or I have 120 games.
See, that seems like it would be a good idea for like the consumer. I wonder how good that is for like the actual first party developers. Like I wonder if that's more profitable.
Oh,
to
they
them
get a
than
cut of
actual
it for
game
sure.
sales.
They get a cut of it for sure, but you
Yeah,
know who's
but I
not getting a
wonder-
cut of it? Retailers.
Yeah, retailers aren't getting a cut of it.
And that's why Australian retailer Gameware is sending a blue shell to Xbox.
You know, Xbox is probably one of the most consumer-friendly video game companies there is right now. It's absurd.
Which is
And-
funny. It's funny you mentioned that because they had the lowest console sales on the market.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's part of it. They make sure all of their games that are being released after a certain point are all playable on the PC as well as their own thing. Even if the Windows 10 store is garbage, they still let you do that. And, because of that, PC sales have increased dramatically. They're at 27% this year. Or was it 24%? I saw a chart. It's like a little under a fourth of all video games were played on PC.
You know how
this
nice
year.
it is to be able to be like, oh, hey, I'm traveling this weekend. I really want to take my Xbox with me, but I don't have to if I just take my laptop. I'm good.
Yeah, and don't forget they have crossplay on things like Rocket League and Minecraft, other games that are coming out.
So not only can I play with my friends, but I can actually play on my laptop and then switch back and forth between my Xbox and laptop each play session.
Yeah, and maybe these services might have an impact on their console sales. I really don't personally feel like it is. I think consoles sales, people buy consoles for their own reasons. Consoles are still more popular.
Well,
they're their own contained box that you can just set in your living room for a
let's-
set price. And
let's
you
go
don't have deal
to-
with the. But yeah, my point is, Gameware is an idiot, and it just proves that it just furthers the.
Well, you haven't even heard what Gameware does
video
other than
game-
off the air.
Well,
So let me explain what's
doesn't-
happening.
It doesn't matter because Australia is a video game dystopia, and they're just furthering that nonsense.
That is true.
I can't speak for Gameware. Never been to Gameware, but to be a Australian equivalent to like GameStop, right? It's probably obviously a lot smaller. It's only in Australia versus it's not worldwide like GameStop is.
Doesn't Australia still have EB Games as well?
Yeah, they do. That's
Yes.
a GameStop affiliate. This is a competitor. Yeah, this is a competitor to GameStop. But the interesting thing here about this is that they are literally, because they're very upset about the Game Pass announcement and the loss of revenue from Xbox One first-party titles, they're just saying, hey, let's just take the Xbox One off shelves. We don't need to sell it here anymore.
Okay, that's actually stupid because I don't know how the economy works in Australia. Maybe it's slightly different here.
Everything's hella more expensive, I can tell you that.
Well, yeah, everything's hella more expensive, but like here, the reason that used games are so prolific now from like Vintage Stock and GameStop is because GameStop makes its bank off of used games. Like you get such a small fraction from selling like new games that it's kind of ridiculous when you think about it. It's
Right.
almost not worth it.
Well-
but with like by doing this, you have basically shot yourself in the foot even further. You've basically gotten knocked down and then chose to knock yourself even more out of spite.
Right, and it's funny that you mention it because I don't think it's necessarily they're upset about losing new game sales because, quite frankly, they could be. They're already competing with EB Games. They're already competing with other local retailers in Australia, but it's the margin that they're giving up by sacrificing those trades. I mean, think about it. If you go to GameStop here in the United States and you trade in a first-party title, like within a month after its release, you're going to get like $40 in-store credit, but they're going to sell that thing at $55, $56. Okay? So that is a $16 net profit every single time they sell a first-party title like that used. Versus they make like, I think, a $4 or $10 margin.
It's less, actually.
Yeah,
it's
it's-
like
it's-
I think it. I'm sure
I'll
this
have to
is
check
a
the numbers.
hyperbole, but I think I heard it was like a $2 profit.
Yeah, no, it's not a very big profit on new
It's
games.
tiny.
So to go for, can you imagine if they're saying, hey, not only are we attacking your first party game market and buying new games, but there's not going to be any reason to trade because everything's going to be digitalized. And it's getting to the point where retailers like GameStop are already starting to contemplate should they close some of their stores' doors because they are at the point where they're losing money. And now it's at the point where places like GameWare is like, hey, how can we show resistance to this? Let's just not sell Xboxes.
That's the wrong direction to go in.
Probably, but it's not our blue shell to give. It is Australian retailer GameWare sending the blue shell to Xbox, and you heard it here first.
Yeah, for sure. It's it's definitely, yeah, and that's, yeah, it's the fact that with I mean, as somebody, I personally only ever try to purchase physical if I can, but even I have to concede that the digital is going to be the future. The smart move is not, though, to stop selling consoles, which is the only hardware that people are going to be buying at some point. The move is to do what GameStop did and become a game software publisher.
But let's face it. I mean, is hardware going to become the past? At some point, hear me out. Don't freak out. I'm saying at some point, don't you see them saying, look, what we're going to do is your normal everyday household appliances, like your television. I mean, look at smart TVs. What if they start building compute into smart TVs like that are capable of running a video game and just running streaming services off a smart TV? That's not today's technology. That may be like 5 years out.
That's actually a fair bit of ways out.
No, we have that already. Technically, it's called the Nintendo Switch. It has built-in TV into it. This isn't going to happen. Technology wants to be modular in this case. We already have technology that does that. Remember, the PlayStation, Sony has their little chip that you can stick in the computer and you can stream video games from. That's where it wants to go, obviously, but I don't think dedicated hardware is going to go anywhere anytime soon.
Maybe not.
Not within the next 20 years. I don't see it disappearing. It's too important to have a dedicated machine. Streaming doesn't work because our internet is crappy.
Right.
Our internet is crappy here. Thank you, Ijit Page. If that's how you say your name.
It has nothing to do with it. It has to do with the hardware.
I know. Still. Thank you, Ijit Page.
But
Fuck you.
Regardless,
we're going to start the beef right now.
Why didn't you give him a blue shell?
Oh, yeah. Actually, I do have a blue shell. I'm going to give a blue shell to I think that's how you say his name.
Is it really worth saying?
The current head of the FCC under the Trump administration in the year 2018. You get a blue shell for overturning net neutrality. You are a terrible human being. What the is wrong with you?
We're going to have to add a lot of coin sounds there.
Yes, we are. It's worth it.
I don't know what's wrong with him. He just wants to make lots of money, that's all.
Yeah, I know. It's so... Whatever. We're not going to get into that. I could rant about that for hours.
All
Long
I will
story
say...
short, you, Ijip.
Man, that's a lot of coins. Let's take that to the Mario Bank.
You.
Yeah, let's go right now, in fact. Let's go take that to the bank right now.
All
okay.
right.
We're going to take us a quick break here, and we're going to continue cursing the name of our current government overlords. Anyway.
We'll be right back with our next segment, Party Chat. See you guys in a few.
Yeah. Destiny, your throne is made of glass, Destiny. Do you remember your father's eyes, Destiny?
So,
we're
you
going to
guys
talk about Destiny.
made it to our final segment of the show.
Oh, my God.
Welcome to Party Chat.
This is going to be interesting.
Party Chat is an open discussion. We're going to hit a couple of topics, but it's going to be a more open forum, kind of jumping through. There are going to be timestamps at the bottom, but...
Oh, so says you. I'm editing this. I get to choose that.
Ooh.
But there are going to be timestamps.
They're going to be timestamps.
No, there are not.
Yeah.
I am not taking that. I love you all for the full people for the 4 people who are listening to this. I really do appreciate it. I am not putting timestamps in.
I think what he's saying is if you want timestamps, you can do it
Okay,
yourself
how about this?
or suggest
If 10
for the-
comments from individual people are left saying we want timestamps, I will forever put timestamps into the videos. How about that?
10 comments.
No, from
You
individual
heard it there
people.
first.
If I hear like Blake S1, Blake S2, Blake S3, I'm calling nonsense.
I know.
Anyway, so I'm going to be looking for everyone you know now. Anyway, so Party Chats basically are like discussion portion of our podcasts. So just like we had the very awkward segue that we basically just stole because it's an incredibly funny bit. Lyle Rath, you are absolutely crazy.
But it's also
and I
the
love you.
perfect segue.
It is the perfect segue because Destiny, hopefully, is actually improving itself, which is good.
So this was going to be one of your blue shells originally.
It was because for those of you who don't play Destiny or don't care, Blake, basically, up till this point, Destiny has had a very distinct problem. Bungie has not been communicating very well, and the end game of Destiny is basically non-existent right now, meaning that like all the stuff that kept people going back in Destiny 1, all the grind and everything, all of that has been kind of relegated to loot boxes or bright engrams, which you can either pay money for or you get by leveling up. And at the same time, this has made all of the in-game stuff suffer because there's nothing interesting to grind for. Like all the shiny stuff that you got is now you just get it from popping open a loot box every now and again.
Right. It's like, even though it's just cosmetic and it doesn't interfere with gameplay, it doesn't give gamers something to look forward to or work towards. It takes that aspect completely out of it. I can try to win it by a randomized lotto to open a box. And at the end of the day, like, that's fine. If you want to include some cool cosmetic stuff and put it behind a loot box, that's great. Overwatch does that, whatever. I'm fine with that. What I'm not fine with is making it to where you don't have anything really of eye candy value for just people who don't want to spend money.
Yeah, exactly. Like, basically, what made Destiny 1 so fun and so replayable was you would have to, like, grind for items, and it's like you wanted to get this. Like, I remember right before Destiny 2 came out, they re-released the Vault of Glass raid, and for the re-release, the final re-release of what is my personal favorite raid, they made armor sets that basically altered your Guardian severely. Like, cosmetically, it basically made you look like you were half robot. Like, I probably ran that raid 10 times just on one character because I really wanted to get my robot legs. I needed that. I wanted that. Now, in Destiny 2, I can play it, but I don't want anything. Like, the raids are cool. The raids are fine. Like, I've done both of the raid.
I can just hit level 20 and then spend like $3,000 in Eververse and get everything I want.
You don't even need to spend that much. But, okay, also, please, for the love of God, everyone that can hear me, boycott Eververse. This is a stance that has been taken by so many people in Destiny community. Eververse is not something that should be tolerated, and the good news is a lot of people in Bungie are now hearing and paying for that, because Destiny 2 is borderline hemorrhaging players at the moment. But the good news is, just today, actually, Bungie came out with This Week at Bungie, and they detailed a whole bunch of things that they're doing to hopefully reinvigorate the player base. They introduced the Masterwork weapon system a while ago, which was a good first step, although it is not nearly as in-depth as people thought it would be. They basically added the ability to kind of add a tiny bit of power to one specific stat on a weapon roll, but it didn't really make the weapons anything interesting. It made them a tiny bit more powerful, and that was it. It's barely even noticeable. With Armor Masterworks, what they're coming in with, and I believe an update coming out on the 30th, they're actually introducing, like, raid-specific stuff for your gear. Like, for example...
Finally!
Yeah, they're actually putting in, so if you're fighting Callus in the last area of the first raid, then you are... you can apply a certain power to a piece of armor that lessens his solar power or solar damage to you, which is something that was missing from all of the raid gear. Like in the first Destiny, whenever you got a piece of gear... That was in
every single raid.
Yeah, like every single raid has its own themed armor, and it always did something for you in that raid.
Yeah, so Destiny if you went back and played that raid, it was way easier the more gear you had.
So they're finally... At this point, what Destiny needs is basically take everything from Destiny 1 and re-implement it.
Right.
Like, that's so sad where the point is right now. It really got there.
Here are words, Budgie. We never thought that we would say this before, but we're saying it now. Bring back a little bit of OG Destiny.
I know, a lot of people are on the bandwagon, me included, is that Destiny 2 should have straight just been a mass update to the original core game. Like, everything looked good from the offset of Destiny 2, but it it just lacked substance. Like from the get-go, with as weird as its update mechanics, as weird as its grind mechanics were, by the end of D1's life in like its third year, it was a really good, really fleshed out game. And of course, the armor masterwork thing isn't the only thing that they've announced. They've also started talking about shaders, which is a huge deal, and several other things. But the good news is that Iron Banner is coming back. There's new weapons coming out that you can actually grind for. There's a whole bunch of fixes for that coming as well. And there's also a Valentine's Day event coming up that you actually get engrams for this time when you level up. Screw the Dawning this year. That was really cheap, and that was actually what turned me off to the game. But hopefully they're going to win some people back with this, and it looks like they're starting to take this very seriously at long last. It took them long enough.
Good stuff. I am kind of hoping that Destiny will bring me back some way, in a captivating romance type of way, where it will sweep me off my feet and take me back into enjoyment again. That would be lovely. But you know what is doing that tonight?
Mm-hmm.
Monster Hunter.
Oh, yeah.
Monster Hunter?
Monster Hunter is taking me...
You actually have a topic.
It's taking me into
Yeah,
bliss.
about that.
I'm very excited. I know probably the most excited person here about Monster Hunter is probably Blake.
What, me?
I think it's actually me because
Really?
Blake has to wait several months for the PC version.
I have to wait something like 6 months. Monster Hunter is out for me. I told you guys, well, on the last recording we did, I mentioned, Monster Hunter doesn't come out for the next, like, it was on when we did the hype list. That's right.
Yeah, the hype list is currently on the correct
it was like,
computer.
Yeah, I don't know, man. There's the Monster Hunter. Boy, I'm sure I'm excited for that. Too bad it doesn't come out until later. And you guys were like, "What? No, it comes out later this week." But yeah, for me, it doesn't come out for a while, so I can only be so excited for it. The problem is I'm going to have to somehow avoid watching people play it. Somehow, I don't know if I can do that. I watched a review by Pro Jared. It was really. Please don't.
You want to come over?
I know I'm going to.
You want to watch me fight an Elder Dragon?
Stop.
No.
This is excruciating pain for Blake.
It's so much for the PC Master Race.
God,
so this is going to be my
first
first
and try to forget.
honest moment. This is going to be my first Monster Hunter experience.
Good.
I've played it briefly on 3DS and Wii U, like very briefly. Not a fan. I just couldn't get into it.
Oh, yeah.
But this time, I'm really looking forward to really trying out the mechanics. And honestly, it feels like this is going to be a great starter into Monster Hunter for any new gamer who's never played the series before.
Oh yeah, results are in. This is the best Monster Hunter ever for getting people, new people into it.
More casuals can jump in.
They said that with 3U. They said that with 4U. Nobody said that about Generations. But yeah, they've always gotten better. But this is, I am amazed at what Monster Hunter was able to accomplish. Monster Hunter World was able to accomplish because they made such a drastic change from their previous thing. Yet it still feels like the same game. And yet they still managed to make it so incredibly user-friendly. The guns work better now. You can move while you're doing thing. Gathering doesn't take forever. There's still a little bit of a slow start. And I don't think that's something that's easy to avoid. But overall, this is just a much better game than any previous one. I don't know if I could go back to a previous game after playing it.
I mean, I'm a very big fan of Monster Hunter. I've been since you guys showed me it, and the big green pickle just wandered into it, and I was like, "What was that?" But anyway, as someone who's played the beta for it, oh, it's gonna be fun. You're gonna love the pickle, Jaden. It's gonna be great. I can't wait. Like honestly, I'm super excited to see how you react to this game. Because there are some old favorites coming back.
Nice.
So, in general, I loved it. I loved the beta. Like, I don't know how much is going to be changed. I've avoided any spoilers. All I've heard about it is that it's great. So, I love the UI. It's incredibly user-friendly.
Well, then you played the beta, and I played the beta with you.
Yeah. And it's awesome. I want it. I could have gotten it. I could have gotten it tonight.
but you're here with us.
And I'm here with you guys.
You know what? And to be honest, I was kind of upset when we were watching E3 and this game gets announced and it looks so great, and then we see the PlayStation 4 Xbox One logo and not a Switch logo. I think we were all a little bit upset, and it turns out
Nate's still upset.
this game...
Where the hell is Double Cross for the States?
Yeah, Nate's still upset.
Find ya. I want to fight my freaking rocket dragon outside of
But
the bullcrap demo that doesn't give me more than 20 minutes to fight it.
To Capcom's defense, apparently this was actually started in development when the Wii U was out.
Rumble.
So,
Well, yeah.
this is a long journey for Capcom to get here.
I'm not even sure if they can make it portable on the Switch. Switch is underpowered compared to the other consoles.
Well, a lot of people were saying maybe they would make a smaller version. Capcom have come forward and said that is not happening whatsoever. They said they would have made it from the get-go had they known the Switch was on its way, but because they started development and they were too far in development to really go back and recreate this game and port it to Switch, they just decided, hey, not this time. And maybe we will see Monster Hunter Double Cross come to the States, but until then, I know there are a lot of Nintendo fans that are really upset.
I don't know if we'll see I'm still under the impression that it's really a waste to not at least port it in some capacity. Like, Capcom, you want to make me for all I know, this is actually in the game, and you can fight the Volfalk or the Double X Rocket Dragon, basically. But that could happen. I mean, if you want to do that, that'd be perfectly fine with me. But, like, I just want to fight that thing. It's my favorite monster.
Yeah, one of the cool things about this, DLC was limited when it came to the Nintendo 3DS, right? But in this game, they're implementing full 3DS downloads, and they're going to introduce new monsters through the game's life. Yeah, well, whatever. DLC downloads. They're going to be, DLC downloads, DLC content, ATM machines, NFL League. Yeah, okay, so PC computer. All right, so... But yeah, they're gonna be introducing downloads for this Monster Hunter content. So maybe we'll get to see. Maybe I'll finally get to fight the Shaw Delemeter, and maybe I'll finally get to fight the Volfalk, and maybe I'll get to fight the Mantis Dragon. That'll be fun. Oh yeah, that thing. I forgot about that thing. I don't know how I forgot about that thing. It's on the game you haven't played yet.
Yeah, totally. Anyway.
So we know that Monster Hunter is probably starting to see success the moment the doors open tonight for the
it's already saw success.
It's
crazy.
It's day one, guys.
It's day one.
You know that it's a critical success.
And we'll figure out those sales, but I guarantee you this is gonna be one of the top sellers for Q4. Q4 technically ends at the end of January for video game companies, so this is probably gonna be one of the. This is going to be the thing to end the fiscal year for gaming companies year-round. So,
but speaking of profitability, Jaden, you wanted to talk about PUBG.
So, PUBG, PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, PUBG. It has been a PC masterpiece, and it has been basically building and building to the point where it released on Xbox One as a exclusive title to Xbox on consoles, exclusive there. And now it has reached the milestone of 4 million players.
Is that concurrent players or purchases?
4 million concurrent players.
Dang.
But Jaden, how can it be building if there's no building mechanics in it, unlike Fortnite, which is a better game because it has building mechanics?
It's also free.
Yeah, it's free.
Yeah, so what they were able to do is they were able to say, hey, we're going to get 4 million concurrent players to actually buy this game.
I mean, it works.
And they did.
Dude, I'm not making fun of it. PUBG is a big deal.
Here's the thing.
Also,
Fortnite is
Fortnite
only a
ripped
thing.
off PUBG.
You want to know why Fortnite's a thing? Is because, one, it has zero price tag.
Mm-hmm.
It was made to make Fortnite better.
Correct.
Because Fortnite as a co-op game is garbage compared to the Battle Royale mechanic. And, not to mention, it was a way to get into the pants of PlayStation 4 owners. Because, quite frankly, PS4 owners are pissed off that PlayerUnknown's is saying, yeah, we're not coming to your console for quite some time, if ever. So what they said
Spicy.
oh, hey, I know something. We'll create a cross-platform game called Fortnite Battle Royale, and we'll do the same exact crap almost to the T, except keep our building mechanic, because that's kind of what Fortnite's all about, is building forts and defending them. And we're going to put it on all platforms, and that is why there is such a divide between PUBG and Fortnite.
The market.
If we want to be specific, though, it's not necessarily that they're ripping off PUBG, because PUBG is ripping off of the Minecraft Hunger Games game type, which was ripping off of the Hunger Game movie, which was ripping off of the Hunger Game books, which was ripping off of the Japanese movie Battle Royale, which was adaptation of the manga.
I was actually going to. I am surprised you know that Battle Royale. I am actually taken aback by that.
Surprised that I looked into the history of this?
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that. I was coming in here thinking like, oh hey, I know something people don't.
Started with Minecraft.
Incidentally, if no one here has watched it, go watch Battle Royale. It is a really funny movie, or not funny. It is a really good movie. It is a serious movie.
Well, anyway,
there's a
regardless,
lot of depth in that movie.
is even with a Minecraft mod, it didn't see the success, and it didn't see 4 million concurrent players on Xbox One.
We don't have the exact numbers for...
Wait, Minecraft? No, Minecraft.
No,
had
Minecraft.
Minecraft.
No,
had a
Minecraft's
huge
Battle
number.
Royale mod that he's talking
Oh,
about.
specifically the mod.
Yes.
Okay.
It's not even... I'm not even sure it's in the official versions of the Bedrock.
Either way, here's why
Yeah, it's an alternate game type.
Oh.
Here's why the PUBG 4 million thing is a big deal. The game's only been out a month on Xbox One, and the company Bluehole has seen it as a huge victory in their part, and they know it's only possible because Xbox One fans have bought into it. And so now what they are doing is they are awarding all concurrent players that log in or purchase the game by January 31st. They are giving all of those players 30,000 BP, which is points that you can spend to customize your character. They're just giving that away for free. And that will be in everyone's accounts February 1st. So if you have PUBG on Xbox One, I guess one up to you, yours truly from Bluehole, and we're gonna give you 30,000 BP. That's pretty awesome.
Great.
So
No, it's a really. I'm not. I have nothing against this. That's actually good.
Yeah, I know I've been reductive this whole time to everything involving PUBG ever, but people enjoy it, and they seem to be doing a pretty good job managing their system. So good on them.
Like honestly, they finally enabled it so you could.
Care.
They finally enable it so you could just pull one trigger to zoom in. I'm good. That's all I wanted.
he was
That's
just concerned
legit
about the
all
controls.
I wanted.
Anyway, and it's funny because PUBG has seen a lot of success, and even some success that wasn't even necessarily something that it should have had, like a Game of the Year nomination.
Oh, thank God it didn't win Game of the Year. I'm so happy.
But to briefly touch in, it has seen a lot of success. Some of it was not warranted. For example, I mean, it's still in beta, but it got Game of the Year nomination and Multiplayer Game of the Year nomination. At the Game Awards, we were pretty pleased with what won Game of the Year. Our Game of the Year nominees were Legend of Zelda, which actually ended up taking home the prize, Mario Odyssey, which we all love, Persona 4, or Persona 5. My apologies.
Yeah.
Sorry, I kind of
God
started there.
dang it! How dare you? Just kidding. They're both good games. I'm fine with that.
And then obviously Horizon Zero Dawn.
Oh God, yes.
It saw a nomination as well, and of course PUBG
still
saw a
looking.
nomination. And
Oh
so,
my God. Can we do a quick non sequitur here?
Yeah.
This is completely out of it, but okay. So story time. Horizon Zero Dawn. I finished the main core campaign, and I was borrowing it from a friend. So I thought to myself, okay, I'll buy the expansion for it, Frozen Wilds. It was only $15. Seemed like a good idea at the time. The day after I get Frozen Wilds, I'm playing it. My friend calls me and he's like, I really need the game back. I'm going to sell it to buy a PS4. So I think to myself, okay, fine. I'm going to just give it back and I'm going to go rent it. Go to Family Video, Turns out, since I haven't spent $50 at any given Family Video, I would have had to put a $25 down payment, like a refundable down payment,
Yep.
in addition to the thing, just to get it. I'm like, screw that. That's not worth it. I go to Redbox. There's only one Redbox in the entire city that has a copy of Horizon Zero Dawn, and apparently the app displays it as in, but it was sold. Like, physically someone purchased the whole game and walked out with it. So there is no Redbox in the entire city that has it. Then I go to Vintage Stock. They don't even have a copy of it. Turns out, even if I could rent from them a copy, I would have to rent something first that's lower than $24 in total value, and then I could rent it. So in short, Horizon Zero Dawn has taught me that not only is a good original game something you really want and you really strive for, but it has also retaught me exactly how convoluted rental systems have gotten in recent years. Oh my god. I ended up getting a free trial to Gamefly, and I will plug them here, just to get the game. That was the only way I could rent it.
Hashtag this is not an ad.
This is not an ad, but my god, that just really drove me insane.
To clarify, Vintage Stock is they're not universal, right? They're regional. They basically deal in. Yeah, no, they're not.
They're actually known as movie trading company for the most part.
Yeah, they deal in older video games and some other geeky stuff like collectibles and comics and stuff. And Family Video is our local flavor of Blockbuster.
Yep, and it actually is pretty successful because they dabble in real estate primarily, actually.
I think that it's the only surviving, it's Netflix, Redbox, other things like Netflix, Vintage Stock, and Family Video. Other Redbox things. I don't even know. It's just a convoluted system now.
All I will say is that the Game Awards really surprised me this year. Because we had some pretty great nominations, but we had some surprise winners for sure. I mean, when you look at Best Art Direction, obviously that's going to go to Cuphead. Duh.
Oh yeah, that
right?
deserves it.
When you look at Best Music, obviously that was going there as well.
I believe Nier won that, didn't it?
Oh yeah, Nier Automata won that.
Yeah, Nier Automata. I was actually surprised at that because for me it was either I thought Persona 5 would have been a sure-in, and it's like Persona 5 won
Persona
for Best
5,
RPG.
Cuphead, and Nier were all nominated for it, is what it was.
But
and then Nier walked away.
So Persona 5 won Best RPG, which is great. But considering how amazing the Persona 5 soundtrack was and is, I thought that was definitely going to take it. I'm glad for Nier by all means. Nier is a fantastic game, but that one took me by surprise.
I think we saw some winners, some real winners. Nintendo was just happy to be there because almost everything they had either was nominated or everything that they wanted to be there was nominated. And every time they were in a category, they pretty much swept house. I mean, they won about 80% of it, and the only game, for example, the only game that could beat Mario for Game of the Year was their own game, Zelda. Of course, right? That's crazy.
Well, the biggest loser of the event, I would probably say, is EA because their own developer for that.
I was about to bring that up.
That was great. Okay, why don't you were paying more attention? Go for it.
So, A Way Out's developer, I can't think of his name off the top of my head, got up on stage and said, EA. Just straight up, you EA, because
Guy's a hero.
Yeah, so basically he was drunk as can be, and it was funny because who hosts the VGAs? Who runs that? I can't remember his name.
That is Keira Knightley, something Knightley.
Keira Knightley, the British actress. Yeah, she's hot.
Oops, not
no, it's not who it is.
Something Knight something. Oh God, what's his name?
Anyway, it's a really popular figurehead from back in the day who runs VGAs. He's on stage with him trying to wrap him up, and this guy rants on 10 minutes about why his game is going to be amazing and why EA sucks. And this is the same company who funded his game, and he just straight up told them to F off. It was crazy. That was the big loser moment of the night. And if you guys want to see this, it's on YouTube. Go watch it.
Oh my god. No, it really does go to Joff Knight. Jeff.
Jeff Knightley.
That's how you spell Jeff, bro. Geoff.
No, you spelled Jeff.
Are we referencing?
Like the peanut butter.
Are we referencing Rooster Teeth? I don't know. But at any rate, it was fantastic. It goes to show that you can work with someone and also absolutely despise them.
It's true.
That doesn't sound very. What's the word I'm looking for?
So blue
very
shell to
uplifting.
that guy.
Blue no, not blue shell. That guy. He's a dang hero.
So one up to that
The
guy.
layout looks really good. I think it'll be great. Doesn't matter what he says about EA, as long as the game's good.
Yeah.
True.
So that pretty much wraps it up here again with our giveaway. Nate, you want to grab me our goodie bag over there?
What do we got?
A goodie bag.
Where is it?
It's over there to your right.
To my
over there.
To my which right?
To your right. Just grab the goodie bag. We're gonna see what's in here at random. He's picking up the perfect. Okay, so what we want to do for you guys is we want to do a giveaway. All you have to do to enter the giveaway is to click on the Gleam.io link in the description below. You will get entries for each thing that you hit underneath. So, for example, you have to be a subscriber to us. So make sure you click that subscribe button at the bottom, like this video, leave a comment. You will actually get entries every time you do one of these things. And you can also get entries for sharing this and liking our other links on social media. So again, all those links are below, but go click the link, the Gleam.io link below for your chance to win this month's giveaway. And we will notify winners 1 week after this podcast goes up and live. But real quick, before I announce what we're giving away, if you guys live in the Boston, Massachusetts area or in the Northeast and in good old New England, I'm actually going to be up at PAX East in April. I'm going to the Sunday showing, so I'd love to meet any of you guys there. And I'm actually planning on meeting up with some fellow YouTubers there as well. I'm going to be meeting up with the Zero Review, who we've actually talked to before, but I'm planning on meeting them. I'm looking forward to that because I've never gotten to meet them in person.
I am still jealous.
You know, you can still go.
I can't.
No
No money.
Anyway, I am going to PAX East in April. Looking forward to that. Going to the last day of the event. I'll be there for Sunday. I've got some other stuff going on that week, but I'll be there. Also, we have another video coming up that we really want you guys to pay attention to. How about you tell us about that, Blake?
Yeah, sure. So if you pay attention to the Facebook page, you probably saw this. Last year, I wrote, just for fun, for myself, I wrote a list that I called the Hype Watch list. And a list of about like 10 or 20 games on it that I was excited for the next year. And then at the end of the year, on the Facebook page, I shared it with everybody. And I said, okay, this is how the games did last year. And we wrote a new Hype Watch list. Except this time we said, okay, how about we make it a Info Arcade thing? And let's do it with everyone here. Let's all write our own Hype Watch list. Now, this one's going to be a bit different. It's got like 40 games on it.
Yeah.
And,
Slim that down.
well, no, we might have we already recorded it. So unless we need to re-record it, we'll have one uploaded. It has about 40 games on it, maybe less if we have to re-record it. Depending on the state of Jaden's poor computer over there.
Well,
we should have that out sometime, hopefully within the next couple of weeks of the.
We're hoping to have it out by the end of February. It's just going to depend on if we have to re-record the session or not. But either way, we want you guys to check it out because even if we have to re-record it, it's still going to have a lot of really great opinions.
Oh, for sure.
And we also want to hear your opinions on it too. So. When we go to discuss it, make sure you guys check that out. Leave a comment below on what you're most hype about in 2018.
Yeah.
All right. What our giveaway is. You guys ready?
Yeah.
So we're giving away 2 items to one winner. And these items are actually straight from the GameStop Expo last year. We're giving away a collector's puzzle from Legend of Zelda Wind Waker. This is puzzle number 2.
Nice.
550 pieces.
No, it looks awesome as well.
Yeah.
It also has just a spoiler if you haven't played the game. Just straight up.
What? No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it does.
It's got Link on it and Zelda. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
And it looks like a giant pane of glass mural. So that's really cool. I'm looking forward to giving this away to somebody, and with it, you're also going to get a Call of Duty World War II leather-bound kind of journal, if you will.
Oh, so journal.
So if you like to write, you like to play D&D or whatever, you like to keep score of magic on paper, if you're one of those weirdies, you don't like to use your 20-roll die.
Mark all that right now.
Yep. This is actually a really cool design, and I will be sending these both to our winners. So if you are interested in winning this stuff, we will ship it for free, and it will be yours. All you got to do is click the Gleam.io link below for a chance to win.
It's free nonsense, ladies and gentlemen.
And we're doing giveaways every single podcast.
Yeah. But that's our podcast for the day, ladies and gentlemen. Do we have anything to wrap up with?
Wubba-lubba-dub-dub.
Wubba-lubba-dub-dub.
Don't forget to wrap it up when you tap it up.
No.
Remember, Jimmy, don't get busy if you don't gotten in busy.
What does that mean?
That means the podcast's over. Let's go.
Okay, bye.
Anyway, we
Bye.
will see you guys next time here on the show. Have a good night.